Hi everybody, this is Jo from Energetic Shift, Cariad Crystal Healing and Cariad Academy of Crystal Healing. So, a little bit delayed in getting my next YouTube video out, but I just have to go with what the energy is doing. So I'm going to update you on that today. I'm going to draw some cards as well to get you ready for what's coming next. So the energy has been really quite heavy recently, and I have not been guided. In fact, I've been guided not to create any videos for that period of time, and I've been really drawn to do it, to create a video today. It feels like there's a really good window for that to be done today. So I've had messages coming in all day, and I've been kind of assimilating them and getting them into a concise message to bring to you today. So I have been gathering bits and pieces of information actually over the last few weeks, and it's just been time to put it all together ready for you. So I know from the comments that I've seen in the Energetic Shift group that people are feeling the heaviness of the energy. Now that heaviness can manifest as purging symptoms, and it can also manifest as things going quite well for you, feeling like you're able to make some progress, feeling that you're in a high vibe. Basically it can feel like a roller coaster. So what I felt is that the energy has been very, very up and down. It's not stable at all. And what I've been asked to share with you is that it's really now important to keep your balance, to keep yourself as stable as possible for what's coming, because there is big energy coming from, well, I'm starting to feel it now. So it could be from any time now that you'll start to feel it, and it's really for the next 3 weeks. Very, very high vibrational energy coming in, and as I said, you may experience that in a high vibe way. You may feel good with it, but I suspect a lot of people will feel a lot of purging symptoms with it too. Now for me, the purging and the intense symptoms have stopped, thank God, for quite a while now. That's not to say that the healing journey that I've been on has stopped. It's just that I'm able to deal with it in the way that I was before the really high energy had started coming in since 2017 for me, really. So I'm still learning, still healing, still unraveling old patterns that don't serve me, uncovering subconscious fears that have been getting in the way of me manifesting clearly, shall we say. Getting in the way of me creating the life that I want to, because these fears have been running in the background like dodgy computer programs and slowing everything down and distorting things. And that's why we're doing this, so that we can create and manifest clearly. So the next 3 or 4 weeks are going to be very, very intense. So we're looking to around the 6th of November, 7th of November, where this energy period is meant to kind of peter out. You may well have seen other reports of, what the energy is going to be doing. I've seen a few bits and pieces of information. Some of it resonates with me, but not all of it. So just take what resonates and leave the rest. But for me, it's kind of a hold on to your hats for the next 3 weeks or so. Now for me, it's really positive what's happening. It might not feel it at the time, but it's very, very positive what's happening, because it's a real big purge of stuff that is holding us back. It doesn't feel very nice at the time, but we certainly feel the benefits afterwards. And the astrology matches some of what's going on. So we've got Venus in Scorpio, and we also have Mercury in Scorpio, who is going to be retrograde, and he will be there in Scorpio until the beginning of December, if my memory is correct. So big things going on in terms of energy in Scorpio, which is all about deep, dark energy, dredging up stuff that we have either been intentionally or subconsciously been keeping hidden from ourselves, perhaps even from other people, perhaps not wanting to show the outside world. And that that kind of energy as well, once it has been dredged up from the depths and cleared, brings a new beginning. Big new beginning. Big dredge out equals new beginning, which is big. So this is life-changing stuff that we are going through. Now, up until now, the energy clearing has been horrible and very few benefits have been seen, but I know some of you are starting to see benefits now, and that I can promise you, those benefits only get better and stronger. And so hopefully by now you're kind of trusting the process a little bit more, maybe. So trust that although things are going to be tough over the next few weeks, you're going to see really big changes, and the changes can happen really, really quite quickly. With Mercury and Venus being involved, the energy and patterns and situations that are being cleared involve communication, the way that our minds are processing things. And so this is the Mercury energy that I'm talking about here. As we purge the 3D patterns and ways of thinking, we're able to then recalibrate our brains into working in the 5D way, and that's what this energy is helping us with. So it might be kind of mental torture while we're going through this, but it's really, really positive, because it means that we finally get in control of our monkey minds, because our minds are what we create our physical reality from. So whatever we think, we can create, and if we've got subconscious programs running in our mind, we're creating that. We don't want to. We may not even be aware that we're doing it. So this stuff is becoming conscious, and we can start to clear it. And more than clear it, when we're conscious of it, we can think, oh no, I don't want that. And one thing that I found myself more and more doing is go, no, delete. I don't want to think that. Delete, delete, delete. I don't want to create that. And so you become more conscious of what it is that you're thinking, and it's about unraveling it. So don't worry if you're not perfect at it. Just becoming aware of it is the first step sometimes. So that's your Mercury energy, creating new ways of thinking, creating new ways of communicating, so that we are able to create and communicate and think from a 5D energy. The Venus energy is to do with relationships, love, but also money and abundance. And so it's quite a physical energy, whereas the Mercury energy is quite like airy, very mental, quite logical as well. The Venus energy is about creating physically, and that's what we're here to do as well. We are here to create from a 5D consciousness, from our soul into the physical plane. You may have heard me say before that the physical plane is kind of neutral in energy, and it's what we project onto it. That's what we experience. So if we're projecting from those subconscious spheres and that 3D energy, that's what we're going to create in the physical. And so we're going to be creating relationships and abundance based on that 5D template. And so that is what else is going to be clearing out over the next few weeks. Now this process of clearing has been going on for quite some time. I know you're aware of that. And different stages of things are cleared at different times. Now, I don't believe that it's really important to know what's being cleared when, but I just feel like it's really important that I mention the Mercury and the Venus energy today. I don't really know why. I'm just going to see if they're going to give me a reason why. I just trust what I'm given to channel through at each time. I've been guided to tell you this today for a reason. I've been guided to tell you this because your physical reality is changing. It's confirmation for you. Your physical reality is changing, even if you cannot see it yet. The energy is changing so quickly. The physical takes a while to catch up, but your energy has changed so quickly. Your physical bodies are changing so quickly, and your physical realities are changing really quickly. So the main thing that I have been guided to share today is coming next, that you really need to be gentle with yourselves. Now is not a time to be forcing and pressuring yourselves to make changes. I know how frustrating it is when your physical reality is not matching up to how you feel and how you want it to be. And especially when it feels crap to be in, and you're kind of living in this crapness, and it's like, I don't want to be here anymore, and you really want to force it through and push it through, but you cannot do that over the next few weeks. You really need to be gentle. You really need to let things be. The more you try to force changes to happen at the moment, the more resistance you are creating. You need to let the energy do its thing itself. That is so important. That has been coming through to me all day, and the message has been refining itself throughout the day, but it's really, really important that you do not push anything at all. Please just let things be. Go with the flow as much as possible. Do not force any changes or creations, or try not to get frustrated with the process. Like, oh my God, it's so slow and I really want it to speed up. You've got to just let it go slowly, because you will prolong the process for yourself. So I really was guided to tell you that today. And so I have to talk about crystals. I've got my cards here as well, but I have to talk about crystals for you. So grounding and protection and cleansing is really, really important still, so please continue with that. But crystals at the moment that are going to be really useful are pale pink crystals, whatever you are drawn to, whether that's rose quartz, morganite, mangano calcite. It may even be darker crystals, darker pink crystals, so it could be like a tourmaline. It could be watermelon tourmaline they're showing me, which is the green and the pink, but take what resonates. Rhodochrosite, rhodonite could be good crystals for you. Whatever you've got to hand. You don't need to have the physical crystal necessarily to connect with the energy. You could print a picture from the internet, find the one that you want, and use that to kind of help you through the next stage. Now what other energy I've been feeling today as well, which I feel is going to be prominent over the next few weeks, is a very heady energy, and it's crown energy. So our connection upwards, a real refinement going on, and that's why we need the paler pink crystals. Please trust whatever your intuition tells you, but the paler pink for me is this connection upwards. Now, it's not normally a colour that you would associate with the crown chakra, but I just trust what my intuition tells me on that, and that's what I've been guided to share. So please trust whatever resonates with you. Another crystal that would be really good if it resonates with you is selenite, which is that white colour. So selenite. So have a look through your crystal collection, see what crystals you find, trust what resonates with you. But crystals are a really stable, helpful energy. They're really good friends to use in your journey. So I would encourage you to use and work with crystal energy, and trust your intuition to choose which ones resonate with you. So I've given you lots of suggestions there, but trust what resonates with you. And so I'm going to pull some cards to give us some information to guide us through the next 3 weeks. I'm using Nikki Thompson Guest's Crystal Therapy cards. Again, I love these these cards. I use them on my crystal courses. If you're interested in following or finding out more about my work, there are lots of links below, so you can have a look through. There's also quite a bit of free information that you can access from all of my various sources too, so do have a look if you're drawn to. Okay, so let's have a look what crystal cards we've got. First one, flipped out, emerald, my favourite family of crystals, the beryl family, very Lemurian in energy too. Now it says the keyword there, prevent, but I don't stick to the keywords that they have there. For me, this is the stone of unconditional love. It's very soothing and calming for the emotions, but it also helps to bring that heart-based connection to whatever it is that we're doing. And for me, what this card or crystal is doing for us whilst we are going through the next few weeks is keeping us balanced. It can be very easy to get swept up in emotional turmoil. Our minds are really naughty because they I don't know how to start explaining this, but the example that they're giving me is like insurance. In like the 3D society that we've been living in for such a long time, having insurance is like imperative, isn't it? Car insurance, home insurance, life insurance, health insurance, you name it, you can buy insurance for it. And it's really based in a fear mentality. And that's how society gets us to, that's how they control us. They get us to spend our money to try to control things. They rile up fear to make money out of us, and also to kind of bleed us of this negative energy. They brew up negative energy by keeping us scared. They control us by keeping us scared. We are controlled by fear. And so what this crystal is doing for us is bringing us into balance, not letting that mind sweep us up. Because our mind is programmed by that fear-based mentality. Oh, I have to do this, otherwise this might happen. I have to do that in case this happens. We try to control our environment to keep ourselves safe, but actually we're always safe and we don't need to do that. And so it's about changing that focus from outside to within. And this is a really good crystal for helping us with that over the next few weeks. So we have emerald there to help us, first of all. That's a crystal that I forgot to mention, actually, one of my favourites, or maybe I didn't forget. I have to remember to tell you now anyway. Another member of the beryl family is morganite, which is a beautiful peach pink colour. Also really, really good for helping us through this energy that we're coming up through next. You may well feel that you have like heady symptoms going on over the next few weeks. Dizziness, headaches, sinus problems, ear, nose and throat problems even. Migraines, anything kind of head related, flu symptoms, sickness feeling from the pressure in your head too. Feeling like your head is going to explode, like pressure build up in the crown area. Just ride the wave. Do what you can, leave the rest. Be gentle with yourself. There's no need to force the energy. I think the energy will do what it needs to for us if we just let it. There's no need for us to do much extra on top, I don't think. But use crystals to support us, to help us to trust, help us to stay balanced whilst it's all going on. It's like an anchor, and an anchor is a really good way of putting it, actually. Okay. Next card is Blue Lace Agate. It says soothe. It does have a very soothing energy. That blue colour is good for helping us with that trust, like I was talking about. That pale blue colour can work really well with the crown chakra. A lot of Blue Lace Agate crystals tend to have white in them too, so very I find Blue Lace Agate energy like a very consistent energy of like layering things up, building slowly but surely. So very stabilizing crystal there. The energy is so high that it's making my legs shake, and I've got my laptop resting on my legs, so I'm sorry if you can see me shaking there, but I feel drawn to mention that because some of you may have that over the next 3 weeks where you feel shaky, restless. You may get body jitters that you can't control. Just let it, because it's just the energy flowing. It's positive, so just let the energy flow. The energy knows what to do. So that's the second crystal card there for you. I was drawn to the bottom of the deck just now, which is cleanse. So please cleanse your energy. If you're going to do anything over the next few weeks, just keep your energy cleansed every single day, whatever method works for you. Whether it's visualization, sound healing, whether you use crystals, whatever you're drawn to do. That, like on the picture there, incense, smudging. Trust whatever works for you. Keep your energy as clear as possible. Ground, cleanse, protect. It never gets old. It's basic, but it really works. Last crystal card now, before I go. Oh, I feel like we're having two together this time. Aha, okay. Watermelon tourmaline, the crystal that I mentioned there. It's got a very balanced energy, very heart-based energy. So it kind of resonates with what I've already said, but I like the keyword on that one, joy. There is so much joy coming. It can be hard to see that, it can be hard to trust it, but please do trust it, please know it, and use that to stabilise and anchor you as you're going through the next few weeks. Even though it may not feel like it's going to end anytime soon, please focus on kind of the light at the end of the tunnel rather than the darkness of the tunnel, is what I'm guided to share with you. And the last card here, cutting cords, kyanite. Very strong energy coming through. It's making my whole body tingle as I talk about it. It's making my body shake as well. So powerful changes are happening over the next few weeks. If you try to cling on to things, you're creating resistance. So wherever you're guided to let things go, let them go. The energy, as I say, is doing things for you, and your intuition will just know, and you have to just trust that, regardless of what your mind tries to tell you, regardless of what your fear tries to tell you. A lot of the time, the only reason we hold on to things from our past, the only reason we hold on to things that do not resonate with us any longer is because of fear. Can be quite nostalgic as well. You know, it's the way that I've always done it. I've known this person for a really long time. I've been in this job for a really long time. I've known this way of living for a really long time. These patterns of behaviour, you know, I've been doing them for a really long time. So trying to change it feels unfamiliar, it feels difficult, and it doesn't feel like home. But it doesn't necessarily mean it's healthy for us. And what this kyanite is doing is getting rid of everything that is unhealthy for us. That's what this energy is doing for us over the next 3 weeks. Everything that is unhealthy is going. These 3D ways of doing things are very unhealthy, very toxic. And so we're purifying ourselves of that energy. It's big energy that is being purified. So you're going to feel this, and the best way is just to let it go, let it do its thing and let it go. Don't hold on to anything, especially not control. Trying to control this process, trying not to feel it, is going to prolong things for you and kind of distort the outcome, which is very 3D. So as we shift into 5D, we just let things flow. There's no distortion, it's just pure. So that's what I feel guided to share with you. I hope that resonates. If it does, you may well like to book a reading or a healing of your own. I'm just seeing if there's anything else that they would like me to share with you before I go. I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you did, please share it. Please like and subscribe the channel too. I feel like there is something, so I'm just going to wait a minute. I don't know who this is for, but I'm getting messages about okay, this is what I've missed. About feminine energy. The reason that we need those pink crystals is to support our feminine energy as we go through these shifts and changes. So our feminine energy is where we pick up on our intuition and where we allow ourselves to receive as well. Our masculine or distorted masculine energy wants to push through and force things, and we can't do that. So we have to really trust the feminine energy. We have to trust the knowing, and we have to trust that we will receive at exactly the right time for us, in exactly the right way. And what our logical minds can do is try to force the way that things happen. Like, we know, for example, perhaps that we need a new job, but we cannot force it, and we can go searching after it, that very distorted masculine energy, chasing after it, trying to make it happen because we feel uncomfortable in limbo, or we feel uncomfortable where we are, but we cannot force it. And so we have to trust in the divine timing. We have to trust that we will receive exactly what is intended for us. And it's quite likely that it's not going to come yet, because there is so much turbulence happening right now. As we clear, what can happen is seemingly new opportunities appear for us at times like this, and no sooner have they've come in, but they've gone again, like they've evaporated, because our vibrations rise so quickly that we make these shifts, and things, so we go upwards and we meet things at a certain vibration, and we think, oh yeah, I found something, but then we shoot up again and we've outstripped it already, and so we have to wait for the next level. And so as we make this progress up, that's what we're doing. We're going on a very steep trajectory up, which is why it feels so goddamn awful sometimes. And things fall away really quickly. We outgrow things really quickly. So don't hold on to things just because they felt good for a while. You have to just let them go, because it feels good, but there's so much better coming. So please trust that. Don't go chasing after things. Don't hold on to things. Allow and trust. The good stuff is coming. Really amazing stuff that your mind cannot comprehend. And this is about getting our mind in line with our intuition. So our source of power is our intuition, and we align our mind with that, not the other way around. So I have to leave that there with you. I trust that it resonates. I send you lots of love, and I hope that you're doing really, really well. Well, I know that you're doing really, really well. I know that you are. I know you may not feel it. And so I hope that you feel good soon, and you start to see the benefits soon if you're not already. So until the next time, I'll send you lots of love. Bye.